Right, we'll take a standard called AS9 revenue recognition. See, this standard is very, very important for exam perspective, and mostly case study type of questions they will ask in exam. See, a revenue recognition. Matlab, in a case if you do a sale of goods, or you are providing services, or you are earning some commission income, brokerage income, how to recognize that revenue in the books of accounts itself is a standard all about. Now question is, why we require a standard? See, why? Because timing of revenue recognition is very, very crucial. The whole standard deal about only one aspect, when you can go and recognize revenue. Because one side, if you recognize revenue, we will not do matching of expenses. So revenue minus expenses, net will become profit. But it's very, very crucial to understand when to recognize what? Revenue. The whole object of the standard is to understand the timing of revenue recognition, right? So what we'll do in the standard, we'll understand the meaning of the term called what's a revenue. What does not mean a revenue? Like example, when you are doing a sale of fixed asset, the sale proceeds from sale of fixed asset cannot be taken as revenue because it's not from operating actions, right? Likewise, we'll try to understand how to recognize revenue in case of what's a sale of goods, how to recognize revenue in case of what's a services, and how to recognize revenue in case of royalty income, interest income, and what's a technical services income. Both चीज देखेंगे. That's called dividend income. One by one we'll start. Not in hurry. Standard is very, very easy. But only thing is problematic part नहीं आएगा. Case study type of question आएगा. तो आप case study perspective से ही पूरा standard पढ़ना. Right? Shall we start?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So I'll start the standard. I'll tell you, sir, when to read. AS9. That's called nothing but revenue recognition. लिख देता हूँ यहाँ पे. The whole standard is all about what, sir? The whole standard is about timing of रेवेन्यू रिकॉग्निशन.
यस सर.
रेवेन्यू रिकॉग्निशन के टाइमिंग के बारे में हो रहा डिस्कशन पूरा. द होल एस्पेक्ट इज व्हेन वी कैन गो एंड रिकॉग्नाइज द रेवेन्यू. नाउ प्लीज यू शुड अंडरस्टैंड व्हाट इज बाय रेवेन्यू. रेवेन्यू इज नथिंग बट इनफ्लोस और एनीथिंग अक्रूड टू अस because of our ordinary operations, right? Now, like example, I am a coaching center. For us, what is the revenue? For us, revenue is fees is collected from the student or fees receivable from a student. Imagine if my business is to sell goods, then what is my revenue? Revenue comes from sale of inventory. Getting or not, sir?
Yes, sir.
मतलब what is revenue itself is a question. चलो उससे start करते हैं. Shall we move, sir? Okay. Revenue is nothing but revenue includes and revenue exclude is what we will learn, right? The second point, indirectly we are learning this is revenue objectives. ये हो जाएगा objectives of the standard. When to recognize what's the revenue? That is timing specification. Sometimes the amount of revenue recognition is also discussed. Very sometimes that I'll discuss when and बोल के. Shall we start, sir?
Yes, sir.
So first term is called nothing but revenue. Please read, sir.
Revenue.
So what I'm doing, revenue I'm classifying into two parts. Revenue includes, revenue excludes. मतलब directly or indirectly, what is covered by the standard, what is not even covered by the standard. Now one thing you should understand, let me tell you one simple thing. Don't mind, sir. Accounting standard 7 है ना, what is AS7? Construction contracts. AS7 will guide how to recognize revenue in case of a contractor. If a person is doing a construction contract, how to recognize revenue is discussed in AS7 itself. No need to come to this standard. Why? This is a general standard. Specific standard is given where? AS7. It is given in AS7. Likewise, in case of leases, lessor lessee रहता. The person who gives the person who gives the asset is called lessor. The person who takes the asset is called nothing but lessee. Lessee will pay lease rentals to the lessor. How to do accounting in the books of lessor? That is given by what, sir? AS19. You need not come here. This standard is more of general nature. Specific standard prevails over general standard. Am I clear? So let us understand the meaning of the term called revenue. Layman version: any income arising or supposed to arise in ordinary course of business is called nothing but what, sir? Revenue. Please start, sir.
Revenue includes.
Slowly padna, sir.
Revenue includes inflow of cash, receivables, or some other consideration generated from ordinary course of activity. Yeah,
very important. It should come from what, sir? Ordinary course of activity. Something which is coming from extraordinary course cannot be taken as revenue. Like example, if you are selling fixed asset, you get money by selling fixed asset. But is your business to sell fixed asset? No. That cannot be taken as revenue. Getting or not, sir? Chalo.
Ordinary course of activity by way of sale of goods or by way of sale of services or by use of entities' resources by others.
Yeah, that's called outsiders.
Example.
See, imagine if I give my money to you, what you will pay me? Interest. even that can be taken as what, sir? Revenue. So this standard will talk about three things. Please try to understand. This standard will talk about what, three things specially. One is called revenue arising from what, sir? Goods. That's called sale of goods. Revenue arising from what, sir? Providing services. Revenue arising by our resource being used by others. That resource can be what? My money, if I am giving you, you will pay me what? Interest. So it will also talk about revenue recognition in case of what, sir? Interest, royalty,
dividend
and dividend. Am I clear?
Yes, sir.
So पूरे स्टैंडर्ड में 5 चीजों का प्रिंसिपल है. प्रिंसिपल नंबर 1 रेवेन्यू रिकॉग्निशन इन केस ऑफ गुड्स. प्रिंसिपल नंबर 2 रेवेन्यू रिकॉग्निशन इन केस ऑफ सर्विसेज. प्रिंसिपल नंबर 3 revenue recognition in case of interest income. Principle number 4 royalty. Principle number 5 dividend income. Dividend you will earn on what, sir? Shares. Right now, can you please again, sir, read again, complete?
Revenue includes inflow of cash, receivables or some other consideration generated from ordinary course of activity by way of sale of goods or by way of sale of services or by use of entities resources by others, outsiders. Example, interest, dividend, rent, royalty.
Yeah, but this standard does not about rental income recognition. See, rent is, if you understand, it is a service activity. If my building I am giving to you, you will pay me rent. That becomes a part of service. So it is covered in the second aspect. Sir,
yes, sir.
Chalo.
Revenue.
Second set, sir. Revenue does
not include.
Yeah, these are not even taken as revenue. इसको हम लोग revenue नहीं बोल सकते हैं. Continue.
Gain realized from disposal of fixed assets.
Gain realized मतलब profit made on sale of fixed asset. Thereby we use the term called profit. We don't use the term called revenue from sale of fixed asset. See, to understand. Profit means what? You are comparing the sale value with what, sir? Book value. Net figure only comes to P&L because that is not a revenue transaction. Continue.
Discharging an obligation at less than its carrying amount.
This is superb, sir. Imagine discount received on payment to creditor. Can you say it as a revenue? Imagine I have purchased goods from you on credit, 1 lakh worth of goods. I am supposed to pay you back. After 2 months, I am paying you 98,000. How much discount you have given me? 2,000. Can the 2,000 discount be treated as revenue? No, because settling a no doubt it is making a profit. हम लोग उसको बोलते हैं profit बोलते हैं, पर उसको हम लोग revenue नहीं बोलते. Why? Revenue should arise in the ordinary course of business. No doubt this is an ordinary transaction, but this is not resulting in any inflow. Come on.
Yes, sir.
Discount received does not result in inflow. Come on. Thereby settling a liability at a lesser value does not mean you are making revenue. No doubt you are making what, sir? Profit.
Yes, sir.
Please read again.
Discharging an obligation at less than its carrying amount.
Yes. Understanding, Parmesh?
Unrealized gains from holding current or non-current assets.
Like example, if you understand. See, if you remember, investments are there.
Yes, sir.
Sometimes investments can be valued at market value. Example is, sir, investment. I mean, my accounting policy is nothing but to value investment at market value. No doubt AS 13 says current investment should be valued at what, sir? Cost or market value, whichever is low. But my accounting policy is I'll show at market value. Cost is 100 rupees, market value is 120. So I can make it upward revaluation. Example, can this 20 rupees upward revaluation be taken as revenue? No. Fixed assets can also be upward revalued. Intangible assets can also be upward revalued. This revaluation upward cannot be taken as revenue.
Yes, sir.
Logically, it is not even a gain. Come on. Okay. Chalo. फिर से sir.
Revenue does not include.
No. Just C point.
Unrealized gains from holding current or non-current assets.
Yeah. Getting or not, sir? Chalo.
Note. The definition of revenue does not cover transactions of gains.
Yeah.
Example, gain arised on sale of fixed assets. Gain arising on sale of investments.
Yeah, that we know, right? Already we have discussed. Continue.
Unrealized gain from natural increase.
See, A, B, C point we have covered now. This is point number D. Actually, the student did not write the notes properly. A, B, C ho gaya na? Next point is point number D. It's a continuation of revenue excludes.
Unrealized gain from natural increase in herds and agriculture and forest products.
Yeah, because as of today there is no standard on agriculture activities. Abhi livestock hai, chicken hai yaar. Imagine the chicken, I don't know how does it work. Poultry farming business.
Yes.
The growth or the weight of the chicken increases. Can that be taken as revenue? Revenue realized when I sell the chicken, right, na sir? Now government says any natural increase in livestock or plantation, fruits, that cannot be taken as revenue because उसके लिए कोई standard ही नहीं है. Come on, continue. Read again, sir.
unrealized gain from natural increase in herds and agriculture and forest products.
Yes, continue.
Realized or unrealized gain from changes in foreign exchange rates and adjustment arising on translation of foreign currency financial statements.
I think this point you may not understand. I'll tell you, sir. समझेंगे, आपको समझेंगे. Imagine I am in India, you are outside India. समझो, ठीक है, मैं इंडिया में हूँ, आप लोग बाहर हो. I have sold you one good for $1. Today, I have sold you one good for $1. Today, $1 it is how much? 75. You are supposed to pay me after 3 months. After 3 months, when you paid me, $1 has become 80. Sale transaction is $1 only. Receipt is also $1. But the problem is when I have done a sale, the entry was written for 75. But I have received $1. The dollar value is how much, sir? 80. This 5 rupees can be taken as revenue? No. This 5 rupees is not because of your business. It is coming because of what, sir? Fluctuation in currency rate. That 5 rupees cannot be taken as what, sir? Revenue. Am I clear? Please read. Likewise, if you got a branch outside India, you will convert the branch into Indian currency. The financial statements of branch will be converted into Indian currency. That fluctuation of foreign exchange rate cannot be taken as revenue. More details you can understand in AS11. चलिए फिर से पढ़िए.
Realized or unrealized gain.
It may be realized or it may be unrealized. Foreign exchange fluctuation transaction cannot be taken as revenue unless you are in the business of playing with foreign currency. Imagine I am a stockbroker. I want to do some trading in currency itself. In that case, foreign exchange fluctuation will give me profit or loss, right? That can become revenue for me because I am into that business. Please continue.
Realized or unrealized gain from changes in foreign exchange rates and adjustment arising on translation of foreign currency financial statements.
Translation मतलब converting the financial statements of a foreign branch into Indian currency. So these type of gains or loss cannot be taken as revenue. Am I clear? Continue.
Yes. As treatment of such gains is covered by AS11.
Yeah, specific standard prevails over general standard, right now.
Yes.
So what we have covered till now, only 2 aspects we have covered.
Include
The meaning of the term called revenue and what is not treated as revenue. Shall we proceed? Continue.
Yes, and AS9 does not apply in the following areas.
मतलब to understand, this heading is how different. मतलब some certain transactions are taken as revenue but still not covered by the standard. Like example, revenue recognition in case of construction contracts.
Yes.
Revenue recognition in case of lesser because AS19 prevails over AS9. Likewise, certain examples are there. Go ahead.
Revenue arising from a construction contract.
Sir, just a minute, sir, if you don't mind. Okay. I'll just do it thick. फिर से पढ़ो, sir, please.
AS9 does not apply in the following areas.
Yeah, where all AS9 does not apply. हाँ.
Revenue arising from a construction contract.
Yeah, because AS7 में how to recognize revenue, we follow proportionate completion method. If you remember, AS7 says
Yes, sir.
proportionate completion method follow करके you can recognize revenue. In a case if the contract is 80% complete, 80% revenue you can recognize. मतलब this answer is given in AS7 ना. So you need not come to this standard to understand how to recognize revenue for construction contracts, right? चलिए.
Revenue arising from lease agreements.
In whose books we are talking? In the books of lessor. Because how to do accounting in the books of lessor is given in AS19 only. Continue.
Revenue arising from government grants.
Yeah, very different point, right? See, government grant can be of 3 types if you remember. Capital grant, promoters grant, that's called capital. Capital मतलब assets are given to you. Promoter मतलब one time lump sum amount is given, wherever you want to use you can use, right now. Third one is called revenue grant. Revenue grant recognition is not called by the standard, it is called by what, sir? AS12, right? Continue. समझ में आ रहा है ना?
Revenue arising from insurance contracts to insurance companies.
ठीक है, leave it because we got IRDA regulations for it. Continue.
Conditions for revenue recognition.
Am I clear up to here, sir?
Yes, sir.
ठीक है ना, sir? Remember, wherever specific standard is there, general standard does not apply. Specific standard prevails over what, sir? General standard. That sentence I will write it here. Specific standard prevails over general standard. Do you agree?
Yes, sir.
Okay. चलिए आगे चलिए सर.
Conditions for revenue recognition.
Yeah, see, this chapter we learn in 5 parts now. Revenue recognition in case of goods, revenue recognition in case of services, revenue recognition in case of interest income, revenue recognition in case of royalty, revenue recognition is of dividend. बस इतना ही है. स्टैंडर्ड तो इतना ही बात करता है. बियॉन्ड दैट इट डज नॉट टॉक एनीथिंग. नो हियर कम्स अ क्वेश्चन. Are there any basic conditions that we need to fulfill to recognize revenue? Common sense says, sir. To recognize any entry in the books of accounts, we should know the value of it. See, if I say 1 lakh worth of goods are sold, 1 lakh is called measurement. Am I clear, sir? To recognize revenue in the books of account, the first condition is the revenue should be what, sir?
Measured.
Measurable. Without having a measurement criteria, can you recognize revenue?
No.
Imagine, I provide a service to you, but I don't tell the cost of service. No, even you don't know, or I don't know how much should I bill you, right? So without having a measurement criteria, neither I can bill you, nor you will come to know the value of my service. Getting on, sir? So standard says only one thing. Whenever we are supposed to recognize revenue, it should be measurable. एंट्री बनानी पड़ेगी तो अमाउंट बोलना पड़ेगा ना सर.
Yes, sir.
तो हो गया मेजरमेंट क्राइटेरिया. सेकंड क्राइटेरिया इज नथिंग बट देयर शुड बी सर्टेनिटी ऑफ कलेक्शन. इमेजिन सर, आई एम प्रोवाइडिंग सर्विस टू यू and I know you will never pay me. Example here, I am providing service to you and I know you will never pay me. In that case, can I recognize revenue? No. Why? Because if I recognize revenue, I have to book bad debt again. So standard says two principal point to recognize revenue. Two conditions you have to meet always. First, the revenue should be what, sir? Measurable. Second, there should be no uncertainty of collection. You can say certainty of collection, nothing wrong. बट वॉट इज द मोर इंपॉर्टेंट वर्ड हियर? अनसर्टेनिटी नहीं रहना है कि पैसा नहीं आएगा. जनरली when I provide a service to my student, 99% there is a belief my students will pay me. Please try to understand. There is no uncertainty that students will not pay me. They will pay me. Thereby there should be no uncertainty of collection. So government says when these two principal conditions are satisfied, then you can go and recognize revenue. So it's called measurement criteria and certainty of collection criteria. Can we move, sir?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Conditions for revenue recognition. I'll read for you. First one is called measurement criteria. That is, revenue should be measurable. Second condition is there should be certainty of collection. What collection? Revenue collectible रहेगा.
Yes, sir.
Am I clear, sir?
Yes, sir.
कुछ problem है sir? Battery हो गया? Okay, we'll wait. No issues. Batteries दोनों sir.
White batteries.
You can give white batteries. स्लो पिन चले जाएगा. Okay, I'll read for it, sir. First one is measurement. To recognize revenue, entity should be able to quantify the amount of revenue. See this word called quantify. अगर आपको revenue recognize करना है, उसका measurement आना है. Without having measurement of revenue, you cannot pass any entry. Like example, if I say credit sale, the entry is what? Debtors to sales. But can you write an entry without amount? No. So thereby every entry should be supposed with what? Amount. So simple condition is to recognize revenue in the books of accounts. Revenue should be what, sir? Measurable. Continue, sir.
Measurement.
Yeah.
To recognize revenue, entity should be able to quantify the amount of revenue.
Yeah.
Certainty of collection means entity should be substantially certain about its collection, that is generally beyond doubt.
मतलब you should have a certainty, पैसा आ जाएगा. Need not be substantially certain. Reasonable certainty sufficient. So these words are wrong, sir. छोड़ दो, ये गलत word है. Because ठीक है, it's substantial, reasonable certainty. Reasonable certainty. Words का magic है sir, please. Substantial मतलब एकदम clearly आएगा ही आएगा. Nasib, try to understand. Other parties you cannot control. They may pay or they may not pay. COVID reasons, many students did not pay us. Please try to understand. That is a reason which is beyond control of the institute also, beyond the control of the management also, beyond the control of students. So it should be a reasonable certainty. So generally beyond doubt is still correct. Shall we read, sir, again?
Yes.
Yeah, please read.
Certainty of collection means entity should be reasonable certain about its collection.
Yeah.
That is generally beyond doubt.
Doubt नहीं रहे तो बस है भाई. चलो.
Therefore, revenue should be recognized only when the answers to both of the above are in conformity.
Are in conformity. मतलब imagine certainty of collection is there, but how much we don't know. Can you recognize revenue? No.
No, sir.
You know the revenue, but I am doubting the other party, they may pay or may not pay. Can you recognize revenue? No. Therefore, unless and until both the conditions are not satisfied, never recognize revenue. Same principles we learn in AS12 also, that's called government grant. Same principles we learn in AS7 also. Same principles are in AS19 also. ये तो fundamental principle है. To recognize revenue, measurement criteria has to be there. Certainty of collection has to be there. Now you may get a doubt. what may happen if the revenue is certainty is there today, but tomorrow it becomes uncertain. Imagine I have made a sale to you, everything was going smooth, you are making payment to me, suddenly something went wrong to you and you don't want to pay me. Should I reverse the revenue? No, because remember sir, once revenue is recognized, it cannot go for reversal. What we should do, we should create provision for doubtful debt. Sun mein aa raha hai? See, never we should reverse the revenue. Revenue once recognized cannot go for reversal. If uncertainty of collection arises at a later point of time, better to create what sir? Provision. Chaliye.
In a case where there is uncertainty in collection of revenue, it is better to postpone the revenue recognition up to the point of uncertainty.
Ante kada, because up to the point of time you don't get certainty, don't recognize. Continue.
However, in subsequent time, if uncertainty in collection becomes certain, therefore, at that point, revenue should be recognized.
There is some mistake in the sentence. Can you
Yes.
slowly read it?
However, in subsequent time, if uncertainty in collection becomes certain, therefore, at that point of time, revenue should be recognized.
No, however, subsequently, I think, yeah, I'll correct it. However, subsequently, if, that's simple. However, subsequently, if uncertainty in collection becomes what, sir? Certain. मतलब collection आ जाएगा बोल के लग रहा है, then you can go and recognize revenue. मतलब something which was uncertain, you have become very certain that पैसा आ जाएगा. मतलब I'll write here better. Collection will become what, sir? Collection will become what, sir? Certain. So you're reasonably sure money will be collected. Can you now recognize revenue? Yes. Continue.
Revenue already recognized, but uncertainty arises at a later point.
This is a complete different scenario. Please to understand. मतलब measurement criteria was there, certainty of measurement was there, certainty of collection was there. You have recognized the revenue. Like example, what I will recognize revenue? Debtors account debit to sale, but the debtor has become bad debt to me. What should I do? Should I reverse the sale entry?
No.
Never do that.
Provision.
Always create provision or book the loss. Am I clear? Bad debt book kar lo. Read, sir.
Revenue.
So this is a special point.
Revenue already recognized, but uncertainty arises at a later point. In such a situation, we should create a provision to the extent of uncertainty. Never a revenue once recognized should be reversed.
Once you recognize revenue,
cannot.
never reverse it. Am I clear?
Yes, sir.
See, that's why for sale and sales return, we write two separate entries. When you do sales, returns are possible, but we don't reverse the sale entry. We write sales return because standard says revenue एक बार recognize हो उसको reverse मत करो, अलग account खोल लो, होना है तो sales return, but never reverse the revenue. Am I clear?
Yes, sir.
चलिए.
Revenue recognition in case of use of enterprise resources by others.
Right, we'll understand now revenue recognition in case of what, sir? Goods. फिर से बोल रहा हूँ 5 thing है. Goods, service, interest, royalty, dividend. मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट क्या है? ऐसा कुछ भी नहीं है सर, सब कुछ इंपॉर्टेंट है. मोस्टली केस स्टडी टाइप ऑफ क्वेश्चन ही आएंगे. चलिए.
Revenue recognition in relation to goods.
Yeah, 1 minute. Revenue recognition in case of what, sir? Goods. See, 3 things to understand when you want to recognize revenue for goods. First, for goods, the title of goods should be transferred.
Yes, sir.
मतलब सिंपल सी भाषा में ownership. Unless and until ownership of the goods are not transferred, you cannot recognize revenue. The risk and rewards which are associated with the owner, मतलब जो owner के साथ जो risk and rewards रहते हैं, if that risk and rewards you have transferred to some other person by way of sale transaction, then you can say the sale is complete. So first condition is to recognize revenue in case of goods, the sale should be complete. Second is nothing but what, sir? It should be measurable. Third one is nothing but what?
Certainty.
There should be certainty of collection. These 2 points will repeat every time. So 3 principal condition: ownership criteria should be transferred, measurement should be there,
certainty.
reasonable certainty of collection should be there.
Yes,
Can you please read, sir?
When sale is complete.
Yeah.
Generally, when the property in goods is transferred to buyer for consideration, or when significant risk and rewards of such goods are transferred to the buyer, delivery of goods is not that significant.
अंधेगा sir, you cannot say delivery होने से ही sale complete होगा. Imagine I am going to a shop, I have purchased goods. I ask the shop person, please keep the goods, I will collect after 3 days. Is the sale complete or not? From the shop person side, the sale is already complete. So unless and until the sale is not complete, never recognize revenue. Can you please read again, sir?
When sale is complete,
yeah.
generally when the property is transferred to the buyer for consideration, or when significant risk and rewards of such goods are transferred to the buyer,
Yeah.
delivery of goods is not that significant. What is relevant is assuming of risk and rewards by the buyer.
Yeah. If the buyer has assume मतलब वो assumption नहीं, मतलब did he take the control of the goods or not? Physical control भी नहीं है. The risk and rewards which are associated with the owner, if the buyer has assumed the risk and rewards, you can simply say what, sir? Sale is complete. So if you want to recognize revenue in case of goods, three principal condition. Condition number 1,
Sale is complete.
the sale is complete. Second condition,
It should be measurable,
the revenue should be measurable.
and there should be certainty.
And 3, there should be no uncertainty.
No uncertainty.
No uncertainty of collection.
Collection.
मतलब जब सेल किया तो पैसा आने ना पैसा. See, collection may happen after 2 months, 3 months, or even after 2 years. During this period, there should be no uncertainty. If that is possible, then only recognize revenue. If not possible, don't recognize, postpone the revenue recognition. Am I clear?
Yes, sir.
Now, when do you say sale is complete? उसका explanation यहाँ पे दिया है. Getting on, sir?
Yes, sir.
Am I clear? चलो, continue.
Revenue recognition in relation to services.
So first point was what for? It was for a good. Highlight कर दिया मैंने. Second point is for what, sir?
Services.
Services. Now try to understand. How will you recognize service? How will you recognize revenue in case of service? It's a big question, sir. सुनना है. Imagine, sir, I have taken 20,000 rupees from you to provide classes for 8 months. Just example. I have taken 20,000 rupees from you to provide all IPCC classes for 8 months. These 8 months are falling somewhere like this: December, January, February, March, April, May, June, July. 8 महीने का पीरियड है. December से लेके July is the coaching period. Can I recognize the entire revenue in one shot because the amount is already collected from student? Or should I recognize the revenue on the basis of proportionate completion of time period? Up to March, I'll recognize 50% revenue.
Yes, sir.
April, May, June, July, I'll recognize balance 50%. समझ में आ रहा है?
Yes, sir.
मतलब the question will come in exam. How will you suggest the revenue recognition principle? So say example, sir, for a coaching center, what we do, just my example, I recognize revenue on time proportionate basis. Imagine if my coaching period is 8 months and March falls somewhere after 4 months. So 50% revenue I recognize now, balance 50% revenue I recognize next year. Nothing wrong, sir. It's all up to a person how to recognize the revenue. But standard provides certain guidelines how to recognize revenue in case of service contracts. Right now, one more example I'll tell you. Imagine we sell journals and periodicals. Examples. I am in the business of selling journals and periodicals. Imagine Mr. Anudeep gives me all 12 months payment at a time. That's called yearly subscription. But once I collect the subscription, I got an obligation to deliver 12 months journals to him. Getting or not, sir? How should I recognize revenue? It is advisable to recognize revenue on time proportionate basis. Because even if the money is received here, measurement criteria is met, collection to advance में आ गया, but did you perform your service? No. How you will perform the service over a period of 12 months? April journal, May journal, June journal. So why don't you recognize revenue on time proportionate basis? समझ में आ रहा है सर? So different examples got different answer. Like one more example. Imagine, sir, I am giving you 20 lakh rupees to show advertisement in a TV. Contract हो गया. I have paid the amount in advance, but advertisement has not been shown yet on the TV. Can you recognize revenue? No. Why? Because from your side, advertisement is yet to be shown on a TV. Getting or not, sir? So let the activity be complete, then you can show revenue. Try to understand, sir. Certain services के लिए you can follow what, sir? Proportionate completion method. For certain services you have to wait for completion. Unless and until it is not completed, you cannot recognize revenue. Advertisement example was nothing but full completion. You cannot say recognize revenue, no. Unless and until you don't show the advertisement to the public, you cannot recognize revenue. Why? The money was given to show advertisement only. Am I clear? Please come, sir.
Methods.
No hard and fast rule. See, remember one thing. In case of accounting standard 7, revenue recognition can be done only as per proportionate completion method. You cannot say wait for full completion. In that case, completion of building may take 4 or 5 years time. All 4 or 5 years you cannot wait for revenue recognition, right? Chalo.
Methods. Completed service contract.
No,
method.
heading से आएंगे sir.
Revenue recognition in relation to services.
Yes.
Methods. Completed service contract method. In such a case.
Completed service contract method. मतलब इसमें heading में दे रहा हूँ. Wait for the full completion. money may be still received, money may be non-refundable, measurement criteria met, but unless and until the activity is not complete, you cannot recognize revenue. One more example I'll tell you. Imagine I have given you somewhere around 2,000 rupees to install a AC. Example here. Without installation, पैसा दे दिया, I believe you have given 2,000 asking you, please come and install AC. Without installation complete, can you feel it this as a revenue? No, because you are yet to perform your duty. You have to follow which method? Full completion method. Unless and until the installation is not fully completed and accepted by the customer, you cannot recognize revenue. It will become advance receive for you, but not a revenue transaction. Am I clear? Read again, sir. Sun mein hai?
Completed service contract method.
Yeah.
In such a case, revenue should be recognized only on completion of services or on substantial portion of completion of service.
Yeah. See, unless and until the whole service is not complete, never recognize revenue, because the activity is not said to be complete even if small activity is pending. Like example, sir, installation of AC is done, but electrical wiring is not done. Can you say installation is done?
No, sir.
What I will do with that AC where you don't give the electric supply to it? The AC is no good to use for me. That small activity is still a major activity. Getting or not, sir? So for certain services, unless and until service is not fully performed, never recognize revenue. Am I clear?
Yes, sir.
Chalo. Generally short duration contracts ke liye we can follow full completion method. Generally.
Proportionate completion method.
Proportionate completion method, the name itself says what proportionate of service is complete, to that proportionate you can recognize revenue. Best example I have given is coaching center example. Imagine I got 20,000 rupees from a student to provide 8 months coaching. In that 50% syllabus is already done. Can I recognize 50% of revenue or not? Yes. By year end? Yes, you can do. So logically, what is my proportionate here? 50% syllabus completion. I am taking a proportionate. How much here? 50. What is the base of 50? Portion completion. So standard says in a case of long duration contracts where multiple activities are involved right now, what you can do, find out the proportionate completion of your service. By March, you can recognize that one portion of revenue. Am I clear, sir? Please read.
Proportionate completion method. Revenue is recognized in parts.
Yeah, in part, revenue is recognized. Maybe 20% this year, maybe 30% next year, maybe balance revenue 50% the third year. Possible रह सकता है. Continue.
Dependent on proportion of completion of services.
Yeah.
Time proportionate.
Hold. That depends on what? Revenue recognition depends on what, sir? Completion of service. How to determine the completion of service? Now you read, sir.
Time proportionate.
Okay.
Activity proportionate.
Okay.
Percentage completion.
Percentage completion. It can be, imagine, sir, to do a job it will take 200 hours. In that 120 hours are already complete. So what you can say, 120 divided by what, sir? 200.
200.
The job is 60% complete. Example, sir. Imagine an activity will require some man hours. वो man hours में जितने man hours हो गए उतना percentage completion ले लो. One more example. A job may require 5 lakhs expenditure. In that 5 lakhs expenditure, 3 lakh amount is already spent. So what you can say, 3 lakhs by 5 lakhs. How much is the completion done? Again 60%. Percentage determination is your headache. That's called management headache. Your matlab not student headache. Come on. It's a management headache. Management will decide what is the best way to determine percentage completion. Once they determine what portion of services are complete, to that extent they can recognize revenue. Subject to 2 conditions again. Measurement criteria, no uncertainty in collection criteria. वो basic points नहीं भूलना है.
Yes, sir.
चलिए sir.
Next.
Yeah, Roman number 3, last case. Use of entities resourced by others. That's the case, right? That's called how will you recognize revenue in case if entities resources are used by others. Suppose if I give a loan, as an entity if I give a loan, what will give me back? Obviously interest. If my intangible asset if I give you, what will give me back? Royalty. If I invest in your company in equity shares, what will give me back? Dividend. So how to recognize revenue in case of what, sir? Interest income, dividend income and royalty income. Can we go?
Yes.
Very one line answer, sir. Easy है. Common sense, sir. How do you recognize interest income? You tell me. Imagine I have given you loan. 9 months हो गया loan देके. How many months interest I can recognize? 9 months. Common sense. Time proportion. Loan देके 2 महीना हुआ. तो how many months interest I can recognize? 2 months. Subject to measurement. And subject to certainty of collection. Am I clear?
Yes, sir.
So interest income can be recognized on accrual method. When I say accrual, loan देके कितना महीना हुआ देखो. Loan देके अगर 3 महीना हुआ है, 3 months interest you can recognize. So can I write here that is time proportion basis.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Getting on, sir? Subject to measurement, subject to certainty of collection. Chaliye. So it's not interest here. You can write interest income. Continue, sir.
Revenue recognition in case of use of enterprise resources by others. Interest, accrual method, dividend.
That's the answer, sir. One line answer. See, dividend, how you can recognize? You should understand, sir. If I want to tell one line answer, if I am a shareholder of Reliance company, and Reliance company declares dividend, can I recognize revenue or not? Answer is yes. Again, subject to three conditions here. Condition number 1, did you got a right to receive dividend? If you have a right to receive dividend, then only you can recognize dividend income, subject to its measurement, subject to its certainty. Okay, Reliance company measurement is there, certainty of payment is there. Obviously, they will pay, I will receive. There is no doubt in it. Question is, did I got the right to receive? Now, question is, what do you mean by right to receive dividend? See, practically dividends are of two types. One is called interim dividend, second is called final dividend. That's called interim dividend and final dividend, both are proposed. But interim dividend is proposed and paid by directors. Proposal भी director ही देता है, approval भी director ही दे देता है. So the day interim dividend is announced, you get a right to receive dividend. But that is not the case when it comes to final dividend. Final dividend is proposed by board, but approved by whom? Shareholders. So you have to wait for shareholders approval. समझ में आ रहा है?
Yes, sir.
Interim dividend के लिए announcement आते हैं, आप revenue recognize कर लो. But final dividend के लिए वैसे नहीं है. You have to wait for the consent of whom? Shareholders. Not that you are also one of the shareholders. But unless and until in annual general meeting a resolution is not passed approving the board proposal on dividend, you don't have a right to receive dividend. Am I clear, sir?
Yes, sir.
See, try to understand one more doubt here. 1920 dividend, final dividend, when they will propose? Somewhere at the year end.
Yes, sir.
When the shareholders meeting will happen? In the year 2021. 1920 का final dividend कब आएगा? 2021 में आएगा. Because AGM तभी conduct होगा ना. So 1920 dividend you will recognize in which year? 2021. Why? Because the right to receive dividend is established in which year? 2021. Very important, exam में बहुत बार पूछा है, ध्यान से. चलिए पढ़िए सर.
Dividend, final dividend. Recognize dividend only when right to receive dividend is established post consent of AGM.
Yeah, that is post consent of AGM.
Interim dividend, post board of directors meeting.
That is called announcement by board. You can write here announcement by board. Board मतलब board of directors यार. In a board meeting, if interim dividend is proposed and approved, खेल खत्म. Generally the announcement, अब जब तक आएगा नहीं तब तक तो नहीं पता ना. Once the announcement becomes public, खेल खत्म. You got a right to receive dividend, you can recognize it. Am I clear?
Yes, sir.
So dividend income can be recognized. Three conditions. You got a right to receive dividend.
And
it is measurable. There is no certainty of
collection.
There is no certainty. There is no uncertainty of collection. Very good. Continue.
Royalty.
Yeah.
Agreement.
See, I'll tell you one thing. What is royalty? You know, royalty meaning बताना आपने. What is royalty?
Intangible asset.
Royalty is nothing but consideration for use of intangible asset. If my intangible asset, if I am giving to you for use, patent, trademark, copyright, know-how, then you have to pay me some consideration for using my asset.
Yes, sir.
For tangible asset, you will give me rent. For intangible asset, what will you give me? You have to give me royalty. See, payment of royalty strictly goes by agreement. If my business right, my brand name, if I am allowing you to use, how you will pay me royalty, that depends on agreement between both of us. So standard says we will not involve. It's a independent case between each of every parties. Read the agreement, you will get the answer as per agreement only. Because in case of royalty, it may be a fixed period royalty, it may be a lump sum royalty, royalty may be based on sales activity, royalty may be based on percentage of service. So ICA says we cannot give the answer. In case of royalty, read the agreement between the parties. One party, मतलब एक बार agreement पढ़ लोगे, then you can recognize, then you can understand how to recognize revenue. Am I clear? So no hard and fast rule for royalty. Continue. Read, sir.
Royalty, agreement between parties.
So answer goes by what, sir? Agreement between parties. So imagine 5 agreements, 5 different understandings may be there. Like example, sir, I am author of a book. मैं book का author हूँ. I have given my book to you for publishing. You publish my book, you are selling my book. There is an understanding between both of us that you will pay me 20 rupees royalty per book sold. No, when I'll get royalty income? When the books are sold. Imagine 20 lakh copies are sold. How much amount you will pay me? 20 lakhs into 20 rupees. Even if one book is not sold, then will you pay me royalty? No. Sir, may I, sir? You have to understand the agreement between the parties, then only you can recognize revenue in my books.
Yes,
Am
sir.
I clear, sir? So this completes our standard called what, sir?
AS9.
बहुत छोटा सा स्टैंडर्ड है सर. What we have to do is we have to do lot of case studies on AS9. ठीक है, theory part is not that important sir. Main understanding is how will you handle the case studies. Case study पढ़ते समय थोड़ा ध्यान से. So next studio would be on what sir? Problems on AS9. Right? Bye. Thank you.